Hey y'all, Cheryl here, and we are going to talk about clarity. Clarity. Let's get clear on the things that we want, the things that we desire, and then also figure out how to feel clear about things. This is going to be a really great activity, or these three activities, three action steps are going to be great to practice if you're attempting to figure out what are your next steps in life, what do you actually want to do, and then how do you connect with what is the right decision for you. Probably the best decision, an aligned decision, and just feeling good moving forward. So, with that, let's get into it, shall we? So, you are going to take a piece of paper, a journal, and a pen and or pencil to write with, and you're going to answer these three questions. If you want to, you could play with this in your head and then always come back to these questions as well and take the time to write this out. First things first, what brings you joy? Second thing second, what did you want to be when you grew up and why? Now, this one is a very important question. And I say this because usually when we are a child, we have a certain set of values that we are attached to without adding on everybody else's stuff as we continue to grow up. And then when we are connected to the why of why did we want to be a doctor? Why did we want to be a psychologist? Why did we want to be a dump truck driver? Then it also gives us a reason why this was so interesting to us and then connect us back to our core values. The last question is, how do you want to be remembered? When people think about you, do they think about the amazing person that you were that always lit up a room, or that they felt safe with you, or that they could have the most delicious conversations, that they didn't feel judged? What do you want people to remember you by? Now, after you've written these out or thought of your delicious answers to these, take the time to get into step two. And that's where you're going to connect with the feelings that arise from those answers. And then write down a couple of words that describe that feeling. So when I think about what brings me joy, it's just having delicious conversations and helping people and supporting people. When I was a kid, I actually wanted to be a plastic surgeon because I felt like I could really help people feel good about themselves from the inside out. And then another thing is, how do I want to be remembered? I want to be remembered as somebody that put other people first, that took care of other people, that supported other people and saw them in the way that they wanted to be seen. And therefore, with those three, that's very connected to a feeling of upliftment, of joy, of excitement, of empowerment that I'm able to give other people and then therefore feel myself. So now you have the opportunity to step into step three. You get to create action steps that take you closer to that feeling of you living in that feeling on more of a consistent basis. I call this stepping into the successful version of yourself. Now, this is really fun because when you're thinking about, okay, should I do this? Should I go back to school? Should I take this job? Should I leave this relationship? What takes you closer to that feeling? And then that's how you're going to know internally that this is a yes or this is a no for me. Because when you are able to create your own compass and align up to that and move from that space, it makes things so much easier, so much fun, and so much simpler. With that, let's get started.